A big announcement is on the cards. A decision has finally been made concerning the future of that young man, Mason Greenwood, at Manchester United. What is it? Well, the AMRABAT situation is not as advanced as many of you would love, but trust me, United has got everything under control. I've got an update concerning the youngster Pelistri, who many of you feel has not been given enough chance, but is he in the plan of Erik Ten Hag? I will tell you a little about the sell to buy situation going on at Manchester United and what impact it could have on the future of this club. But with Axel Disasi going blue, what is Manchester United's plan B? All that on the hot spot today. My name is Webb. Welcome aboard. If it's been a long day for you guys, here is a quick wrap up of how today has been concerning your favorite club, Manchester United. And without any further ado, let me start off with the latest developments that are coming through concerning this defensive situation that is again becoming a headache for our beloved club. Now, we all know by now that Axel Disasi was hijacked by Chelsea, and the Monaco centre-back is going to be joining Chelsea on a deal of about 5 years, probably because Manchester United did rest on their laurels and delayed to put in an official bid to Monaco for a player that we so much wanted after failing to acquire Kim Min-jae. Now, the status is different now. With Disasi headed to Chelsea, he has agreed terms with Chelsea. He has as well, his club Monaco have agreed terms with Chelsea as well. It's a question of when he will be unveiled. Well, United are now looking for plan B. And who is that? I'm taking you back to one of the first videos we had in the during when the summer transfer window opened about the two French centre-backs that United has always been focused on playing in the French league, and these are the two. Now, Disasi is out of the picture right now as we speak. Forget about him. Now the focus is on that young man. Is this side. Okay, this one. That young man, that's Jean-Claire Todibo. Now, I've told you about him before. He's a ball-playing defender. He's a ball-playing centre-back, and obviously, he's one that you'd love to see. He's long. He's got long legs. He's good on the ball, good with assists. He's attack-minded. You feel he brings something different to this Manchester United team if he does come in. Now, he's the defender that United had as a third priority. Remember, the first priority has always been Kim Min-jae, second priority Axel Disasi, and now Jean-Claire Todibo, who is a French footballer and plays for Nice. That is the team owned by the man competing with our beloved Sheikh Jassim for Manchester United. That is Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Now, Nice, the club he owns, is the club that has that French centre-back, Jean-Claire Todibo, rather right-back, who Manchester United would love to sign. He can play both as a right-back and as a centre-back, but what a player for Nice he is. He's an impeccable footballer who has got a lot going forward, a good pass of the ball. So the focus now, after failing out on Axel Disasi, United will be focusing on Todibo, but not happening yet because the priority is still to get one signing at a time, and Rasmus Højlund is that signing that United are looking to first sort. Now, with Højlund, what's the update? Here we go, guys. I told you yesterday it was done and dusted in terms of the two teams agreeing, Atalanta and Manchester United. Now, what we know, and like I told you yesterday, the paperwork and documentation is what is going on now, and the expectation is, and has always been, it will not take more than 48 hours. So we expect to see that young man, Rasmus Højlund, at Carrington tomorrow. Yes, the expectation is latest tomorrow. He will be at Carrington, and before the end of this week, he will be officially unveiled and putting on a Manchester United jersey. He will have a shirt number. We will know because the season is around the corner, and Manchester United are saying we are trying to beat the clock so that we are locking in all transfers so that we get proper time to work on what we want to build. Erik Ten Hag has been clear. There is a lot of work to do. You cannot see it. There is more work to do, and not as much as it was 12 months ago, but obviously there is still a lot for us to do for this system, this style of Erik Ten Hag and his philosophy to sink into the team, his identity. So there is need to get over and done with these transfers as early as we can. Guys, that is where we are. So expect some news concerning Rasmus Højlund tomorrow. Tomorrow he should be at Carrington to finalize his 5-year contract with an option of a further 1 year with the biggest football club in the world that he has always loved to support, Manchester United. Moving on, guys, still talking your favorite club, guys. I've got more for you. Now, the sell to buy situation is still going on at the club, and we know that there's quite a number of players that United would want to cash in on and hope to get some good money to be able to finance the many transfers we do want to make. But it is being slowed because the guys bidding are not meeting our valuation. They're not triggering the Manchester United. They're not putting us in the mood to sign. Remember, West Ham was the latest to bid £20 million for Harry Maguire, a player who United value at over 30 million. And United, to be honest, with the fans, I think are more eager to let go of Harry Maguire than the manager is, because I mean he did actually play that game against Borussia Dortmund. He did not put on the captain's armband. It was given to Scott McTominay. Strange. It looks strange, to be honest. But Scott McTominay is more in the plans of Erik Ten Hag than Harry Maguire, obviously. But United are not in a rush to let go of Harry Maguire. They will only let him go of him for the right price, at the right cost. Now, that's why it is possible that if no one matches Manchester United's expectation in terms of money for Harry Maguire, it is so possible that he will be part of the rotation for Erik Ten Hag. No wonder he's working hard to improve himself. Now, working hard, not there yet. It's one thing to work hard, it's another thing to be there, because we saw in that friendly which we lost to Borussia Dortmund by 3-2, Andre Onana saved the ball and he ran so fast to almost eat Harry Maguire. And I was thinking, there we go again. This young man is certainly not beginning to realize his form yet, so he has a long way to go, but he could be more in the plans of Erik Ten Hag in case no club comes out to meet the valuation the club has got of him. Of course, Fred as well we know for a fact that Fred is going to go, but it is now him to decide where he wants to go. There's interest from Saudi Arabia, there's interest from Lazio, seems to have rebuffed Lazio upon arrival. He must be favoring Galatasaray, but still undecided. United are saying the clock is ticking and you want to make a decision. For Scott McTominay, he could be part of the depth in the midfield that Erik Ten Hag is trying to build. He's still young and probably Ten Hag feels he can give a little of support to the starters when he stays on the bench. So Scott looking increasingly as if a candidate for a stay. Well, what will happen? He's put on the armband yesterday against Borussia Dortmund. Well, certainly perhaps that would make sense for him. Hotspot, guys, we do continue banning you with this big news concerning Manchester United. Now, I know for a fact you want to hear something about Sofyan Amrabat. Now, the situation with Sofyan Amrabat is looking a bit slow. It is not as fast as we would have loved it to be. Why? Well, the personal terms were agreed already between the club and the player Amrabat, but Man United is yet to go official in their bid for Amrabat with Fiorentina. Not because they don't want, but two things. First things first, like I said, the approach is don't jump onto many transfers and try to finish them at a go. United wants to get done with Rasmus Højlund. They see what money they have. Remember, the fact that United are overpaying for Rasmus Højlund is also affecting how much money they have got available to buy other players, and that is what could slow the bid for Sofyan Amrabat, because United might have to sell a player or two for reasonable money if they are going to have the confidence now to go ahead and bid for Sofyan Amrabat. The beauty, though, is that Amrabat has always been in the plans for Erik Ten Hag, and he has convinced him that he wants him at the club, and Amrabat has got a bit of confidence. I mean, if he can't be a little more patient, and we know for a fact that teams like Liverpool are serious in the market, are looking for a holding midfielder or a defensive midfielder, and of course we know that Liverpool are putting together a second bid for Romeo Lavia from Southampton for about £45 million. Now, if they fail on last year, they could go back to Fiorentina if United are taking so long, and who knows, certainly for a player like Sofyan Amrabat, it wouldn't be the worst decision to say, United, I waited for months and months and here we are, I had to move on. It was almost going to cost United another player. The lack of decision, the lack of progress in terms of going ahead and talking officially to the club was going to cost us Rasmus Højlund, and it had to take Erik Ten Hag making video calls and talking to the youngster to convince him to be patient and wait for United's bid to come in. And when it came in, it didn't take so long, and here we are. Whereas we overpaid for the player, that won't matter now. We did get a player that Erik Ten Hag has always wanted, and that has been the most important thing for his bosses. Get him the players he wants so that there is no excuse for him. He won't care about at what cost they come. He is the manager. He has a plan. He's building something, and he wants just the right players to do that. Guys, again, there is an update concerning the youngster Pelistri. Now, we do know, guys, to many of us, Pelistri has not been given so much of a chance to prove himself. People were hoping he was going to be sold, but good enough, like I would have loved it to be. The young Pelistri is going to be staying. United are talking with him to try and extend his contract at the club, but the plan is not for him to become a first-team player immediately. He's going to be loaned out, and they are looking for the best loan options for him, and that would be obviously a good thing. Now, finally, saving best for last, Mason Greenwood. Guys, we do want him back without a doubt, and guess what? I will first even take my sweet, because this is sweet news that I'm about to give you. I'll take it with a sweet. Here we go. So Mason Greenwood has apparently there is an update concerning his start United, because Man United, the decision has been reached, and it is going to be announced before the start of the season. That means in less than 10 days before we play against Wolves at Old Trafford on the 14th of August. Manchester United will have made an announcement on the future of Mason Greenwood. I told you yesterday how Adidas did give a green light. This is what probably we were waiting for. Adidas has signed a contract with United, a record in the Premier League. So obviously it's not by coincidence. And I told you yesterday that for us in news, we know that denial at times is confirmation. You can confirm by denying. And for me, when Adidas came up with a statement to deny what I even told you here, that they haven't made any held any talks with Manchester United, I was like, okay, for me, this is the confirmation I needed. And here we go. It is known now that a big announcement is about to be made. And after that announcement, the decision reached by the club, the Glazers, and the people at the helm of the club, after that is known, then if he's staying, then Erik Ten Hag will decide on what to do. Does he want him back straight in the first team, or is he going to be loaned out first? There are so many clubs that would want to get him on loan and all that, but that will only come after the announcement that is about to be made in less than 10 days. Hotspot. My name is Webb. Subscribe, guys. I will catch you later as we do come back, guys, with what's happening at Manchester United. We've got every reason, and I do implore you now to pioneer again. Pioneer your love for Manchester United. Go back to your first love for Manchester United, because it is looking attractive and beautiful. You don't want to miss an ounce of it when it gets right. When it gets right, United will be the most beautiful club to watch. Guys, take care of yourselves. I will catch you later.